Welcome back, everyone. Today we're taking a clear, evidence-based look at Barbara O'Neill's lecture on the liver. A talk where she covers detox, liver overload, hormones, blood filtration, regeneration, and lifestyle advice. Some of her points are accurate, others need clarification, and a few are simply not supported by medical science. So let's unpack her claims and give you a balanced, fast, and factual review of what the liver actually does and what it doesn't do. What the liver actually does. Barbara starts by calling the liver the body's main chemical factory, working non-stop to filter blood, manage hormones, break down toxins, and process nutrients. This part is broadly true. The liver does handle detoxification, metabolism, hormone conversions, and nutrient processing. But she tends to imply the liver is constantly on the brink of failure in modern life, which isn't quite right. For most people, without underlying disease, the liver is extremely resilient. It has enormous reserve capacity. You can lose up to 70% of liver tissue and still function. So while the liver is essential, it is not fragile. Toxins and liver overload. Barbara often uses the word toxins in a very general way, sometimes meaning real substances like alcohol or chemicals, sometimes referring to everyday foods she personally dislikes. Here's the key distinction. Real liver strain comes from alcohol, certain medications, hepatitis infections, genetic conditions, chronic fatty liver disease, severe obesity, industrial chemical exposures. Not from coffee, eating food at the wrong time, acidic foods, mucus-producing foods, or vague toxins with no definition. There are no credible studies showing that normal foods or everyday environmental exposures clog or slow down the liver the way she describes. Her framing makes the liver seem far more vulnerable than it actually is. Liver regeneration. Barbara says the liver can regenerate. And she's right. The liver is the only internal organ capable of significant regeneration. But she also suggests regeneration is blocked unless someone removes toxins and follows strict natural routines. Science says otherwise. The liver can regenerate even in difficult conditions, as long as the underlying damage, alcohol, hepatitis, severe fatty liver, is removed or treated. You don't need exotic detoxes, herbal poultices, or extreme diets. You need reduced alcohol intake, healthier weight, balanced diet, proper medical care. Simple, evidence-based, proven. Her claims about hormones and liver function. Barbara frequently claims that hormone imbalances are caused primarily by liver strain. The real picture is more complex. The liver does help break down estrogen, cortisol, and other hormones. But hormone imbalance is not primarily a liver problem for most people. Common causes include menopause, thyroid disorders, PCOS, medications, aging, or metabolic disease. So her liver-first explanation oversimplifies a very complex endocrine system. Detox myths. This is the biggest sticking point in her liver teachings. Barbara repeatedly promotes natural detox routines that claim to clean the liver or flush out chemicals. There's no scientific basis for this idea. You cannot flush or wash the liver. What actually helps liver health is surprisingly boring. Drinking water, eating fiber, regular exercise, reducing alcohol, losing excess weight, treating metabolic disease, and getting vaccinated for hepatitis, where appropriate, no teas, cleanses, fasts, foot baths, or castor oil treatments can detoxify the liver. Your liver already detoxes itself. Foods and supplements. Barbara often lists foods she supports and foods she warns against. Here's what the evidence says. Foods that actually support liver health. Leafy greens, legumes, whole grains, berries. Moderate coffee consumption. Yes, coffee protects the liver. Omega-3 fats. Minimal added sugar foods that do not damage the liver. Dairy, eggs, moderate meat intake, occasional processed foods. These may not be ideal for cardiovascular health, but they do not poison the liver. Her tendency to blame foods for toxic burdens confuses people and isn't grounded in clinical evidence. As for supplements, she often promotes herbal liver products, but none show strong evidence for preventing or reversing liver disease in humans. Lifestyle claims. Barbara's lifestyle advice: sunlight, movement, hydration, balanced meals, reducing alcohol, is generally solid. The issue is the reasoning behind it. She frames these habits as necessary to unclog the liver or allow detox pathways to open, which is not how liver physiology works. Healthy routines matter, but not because the liver needs manual unblocking. It just needs less metabolic stress. When the liver is in trouble, Barbara rarely mentions what real liver disease looks like: jaundice, abdominal swelling, persistent nausea, extreme fatigue, abnormal liver enzymes, dark urine, weight changes, easy bruising. These conditions require medical treatment, not herbal detoxes. One of the recurring problems in her lectures is the suggestion that lifestyle alone can reverse serious disease, something that can mislead vulnerable people. Balanced summary. So here's the fair review. Barbara is right that the liver is remarkable, resilient, and central to our health. But many of her conclusions go far beyond the evidence, especially around detox, hormone metabolism, and food warnings. The liver doesn't need extreme cleansing. It needs simple, proven lifestyle support and medical care when disease is present. If you'd like a deeper dive into another organ system or claim she makes, drop it in the comments. And as always, this channel focuses on clear explanations, fast pace, and real science.